Hey everyone, it's Desy Cheng, and today I'm going to be doing a comparison versus the 2020 versions of the North Face Surge versus the Osprey Tropos. So now we're just going to kind of go through all the details and I'll tell you about which backpacks I prefer and why. So these backpacks are more considered as an everyday carry, or if you're going to go on a light hike, or maybe even like a 1 day, 2 day, or even if it's just a a travel backpack. I think these backpacks are great because they do have some common similarities, such as they have dual side water bottle pockets. They have 3 kind of main compartments. They have a back area to put your laptop and documents. They have a main compartment to throw literally anything. And they also have a kind of a front organizer for small little items. And obviously there's additional things as well, but those are kind of like the main features of this bag. And so now there's a very similarly priced. The Tropos is just a little bit more, but also in terms of size, now every single brand manufacturer, their statement of size, whether it's 31 liters or whatever, is slightly different across different brands. So North Face, they state that it's 31 liters, and Osprey, they state that it's 34 liters. I will have to say that definitely, even just by looking on camera, the bag and what I can fit in, definitely the Tropos is bigger than the Surge. So if you need some extra room, then the Tropos would be the right answer for you. Now, why did I buy both of these bags? So I actually started off with the Surge back in, whatever, I don't know, 5 years ago or whatever. And this is the 2020 version, just an updated model of it. And I absolutely love it. I think the build quality and materials that they use are fantastic. It's comfortable and it's just a nice, easy, everyday backpack. One of my friends actually just told me to, hey, check out the Osprey Tropos. And so I did. And I will have to say, this backpack, I prefer the Tropos overall over the Surge. There's pros and cons between the two of them. This backpack can stand up on its own because it has a built-in kickstand, as well as it has a much comfortable, harness system and back panel. It has like this air mesh kind of back panel, so that if you're going on a light hike, it's not very sweaty at all. And I feel like the straps are just a little bit more comfortable than the North Face. So one unfortunate thing about the North Face is that it doesn't stand up on its own. No matter what kind of stuff you put into the backpack, it's just going to fall forward or backwards, but most likely forward. And so let's start off with the front panel, or front area. Now there is a nice grab handle at the very, very front, as well as a very, very comfortable grab handle at the top. It does have this front fleece line pocket at the very front, so that you can put anything that you don't want scratch in here. Nice addition. As well, they have 2 kind of vertical pockets. This one on this one side is fleece lined as well on both sides, and they have another one right here that is not fleece lined, and they have attachment loops right here, so if you needed to carabiner on anything or tie something on, you can. It has a bike light attachment right here, and that's essentially it in terms for the front panel. Now onto the sides, they have stretchy elastic water bottle pockets on either side. One neat feature of the Surge is that on this one side it actually has an additional hole, a grab hole. So let's say if you wanted to throw in, say, a granola bar or something, you can put it onto the side, and you can quickly access it or quickly grab it, and so you don't have to take off your backpack. So that's one nice addition of that bag. Moving along to the compression straps, one thing I do like about the North Face over top of the Tropos is that the compression strap is a little bit further down, so I can still have the compression straps tightened or loosened or there essentially, and I can freely open all of the zippers. On the Tropos, the compression straps are actually at the top right here, but you can hide them away. And the problem about that is if you have compression straps on, you can't actually open your bag all the way without taking it off. So it's kind of annoying. That's one feature I like about the Surge. The other thing about the Surge that the Tropos doesn't have is that it has 2 zippers for all of the main compartments. So in this front main organizer right here, It has dual zippers so you can open from either side, and this is your front main organizer. You do have one large zippered pocket, so if you had to put away your passport or anything else like that. It does have a key ring loop. It has another fleece lined pocket right here, another stash pocket, 2 pen holders. You can put some business cards in here. But yeah, it goes all the way only to about right here, just to let you know. So it's not like it's not a huge front organizer pocket, but again, you do have 2 other stash pockets at the front here, which is where that space is being held by. So let's zip that up and let's access the main area. Okay, so in this main area right now, I just have a stuffed with a down jacket right here. I'll toss that aside. But in the side, you can kind of tell it's nice and spacious. And it does have an additional zippered pocket at the very, very back right here. So again, if you wanted to hide away some money or some valuables, you can totally do that. So great organizational pockets by North Face. Now, and then onto the back zipper, the last zipper. Again, they all have 2 zippers, so you can open from either side. So, at the very, very back, this thing I actually love from North Face because it has essentially 3 divided areas. One area so you can put your laptop. I think you can fit up to a 17-inch laptop. It does have this middle divider area, so if you had a small iPad or anything, or not small, but a regular size iPad or tablet, you can. Also, it has a third area, so if you had documents, any papers, things, or a magazine or anything like that, you can fit that. So there's actually 3 slots to put your stuff. Now I'm just going to toss this aside and let's kind of go off into the Tropos right here. So it has a grab handle right here. It doesn't have another grab handle like the North Face does anywhere else. But yeah, let's go through kind of the front main area here. So the front main area, it has this one large expandable stash pocket, and it is Velcroed, so you can open it up. It does have a bike light attachment right here, and and onto the sides, it actually has 2 compression straps on either side. So you have a compression strap right here at the very, very bottom, and hidden away, there is another compression strap at the very, very top right here. Again, like I said before, it gets annoying when you open and close the backpack all the time. So I actually like to just tuck the compression strap away, and to be honest, I actually don't use it at all. So yeah, moving along, they have 2, wide, large, expandable water bottle pouches, which is great. And let's go through the first front organizer zipper. So this is, oh, another thing I do like about the Osprey zippers is that it does have this nice pull string tab. So if you had like, bigger or smaller fingers or anything, it's just very, very easy to grab the zippers and to open. Now, to open it up, one zipper only, which is unfortunate. But in terms of organizational stuff, it's quite lacking in that department. It has 1 keyring loop, it has 2 small pen holders on either side, and it has 3 elastic pouches right here, and that's essentially it. But, it does go all the way down to the bottom right here, so you can stash more things than the North Face. Yeah, so let's zip that back up. So behind that is where the sunglasses pouch is. So there's another zipper right here, single one. And yeah, it's not fleece lined, but they do say that it's some kind of scratch-free resistant fabric right here inside. So you can put your sunglasses and you don't have to worry about it scratching. Now jumping along to the main compartment. So kind of annoying, but it does have this weather flap that kind of goes over. So you kind of have to peel it back to open. Over time, it doesn't get as annoying, but I wish they just didn't have the flap, or they just actually use weatherproof zippers. But at least the main compartment, there are 2 zippers, so you can open it from either side. So I got 2 jackets in this one. Oops. So in here, as you can tell, it's very, very, very spacious. And it does not have a interior zipper, so you can hide things, but it does have an additional pocket right here that is suspended, so you could actually put another laptop in here, magazine, things like that. Here, let's zip that back up. And the back final panel where you put your laptop, again, it has another weather flap. But when you open it up, so it's actually just one main zippered area that can you can put your laptop in there. Again, it's fairly large, so you can definitely fit a 17-inch laptop in there. And it has one zippered that is padded, but it doesn't go all the way down. So you can only fit a standard sized tablet or iPad, but you can't fit, documents. You could, but you'd have to slide it in with your laptop. There's no extra divider or anything like that. And yeah, like I said before, one of the big key features about this backpack is that it does have a kickstand at the bottom. Now, one thing to note though, it doesn't click or anything like that. Right now, this is how thin it is, and it doesn't really stand up on its own if you don't have anything in it. So I'll shove one item in there. Okay, now it'll stand up on its own. But yeah, one of the big selling features is that kickstand, and this is actually one feature that a lot of people do overlook when buying a backpack, is does your backpack stand up on its own? And why it's important is because, when you go to the office or when you're going to a coffee shop, it's good to have your backpack just right beside you, and so you can just kind of open it up and find your stuff easily, as opposed to your backpack just kind of falling onto the ground, getting dirty. You gotta fish for it. You gotta put it on its back, so then the backside where your straps are gets dirty. So it's quite handy to have it stand up on its own. So moving on to the back panel right here, one big thing that this bag has over the North Face does not is it has load lifters, so this brings the weight of the bag closer to your body. And the straps are just much more comfortable. I did wish though if the straps were a little bit wider, but again, but they're still pretty good for what they are. And it has this air mesh kind of back panel, so that your back actually never ever touches the back of the bag. And this is great because I have taken this on an hour to 2 hour hike in the summertime, and my back wasn't really sweaty at all. So that's a really big pro for this bag. One other thing I forgot to mention is that they both do have removable waist belt straps. However, they're nothing substantial. It's literally just like the webbing strap like this. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this comparison versus the North Face Surge versus the Osprey Tropos. I really enjoyed using the Osprey this entire summer just because it was much more comfortable, as well as it has the ability to stand up on its own. It does suck though that there's not as nice organizational pockets as the North Face, and it is a little bit bigger of a backpack than this, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I would prefer this backpack over this. So these are just my thoughts and opinions. I'm still going to keep the North Face. I'm still going to use both of them. But yeah, I just wanted to just share with you my honest thoughts and opinions. So if you like this video and you want to see me do more of these, like and subscribe, and definitely don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Desy31.